Hey guys, it's XYDI, and I just got done watching today's Nintendo Direct. They went over some news on Legend of Zelda, Mario Golf, and a brand new character coming to Smash Bros. If you missed it or just need a recap, that's what I'm here for. This is the very first episode of my brand new series, The Drop. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so first things first, they opened up the Direct with a bang and showed us the very first trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Oh, no? It seems that they faked us out, and this is actually a Smash Bros. Trailer, showing off the Aegis twins Pyra and Mythra as the next playable characters to join the roster. The rest of the Xenoblade gang will be showing up in the new Zelda stage. They'll be releasing in March, when I'm sure that we'll get another Sakurai Presents video showing off their moveset in more detail. But I have to say, they look pretty fun, and I'm definitely excited to jump back into Smash Bros. Next up was a pair of ports. First up is everyone's favorite Battle Royale game show, Fall Guys, which is definitely welcome, and also the fantastic Outer Wilds is also coming to the Switch. No hard dates were given, but they'll both be coming over the summer. Now let's move on to a series that we've never actually gotten in the West before. Famicom Detective Club is a mystery series coming to the Nintendo Switch in the form of two new games, The Missing Heir and The Girl Who Stands Behind, and they'll both be available on May 14th. Sprinkled throughout the Direct, we have a handful of new games coming from Square Enix, including not one, but two classic PS1 JRPGs getting remastered. The criminally overlooked Legend of Mana, which is coming out this June, and the cult classic Saga Frontier, which is making its way to us in April. The third game that they announced seems to be a spiritual successor to Octopath Traveler, Project Triangle Strategy. What a name. In typical Square fashion, there's a free demo available right now on the Nintendo eShop. Capcom also came through and announced two new games. The first being Capcom Arcade Stadium, which is a collection of a whole bunch of their arcade classics and is available on the eShop right now. Second was Ghost and Ghouls Resurrection, which is a revival of the classic arcade platformer and will be coming to the Switch on February 25th. Capcom wasn't done there, as they also gave us another look at Monster Hunter Rise, which is on its way to the Switch on March 26th. Next up, I'm just going to quick fire through a couple of high-profile ports that are also coming to the Switch. We've got Tales from the Borderlands, Plants vs. Zombies, Battle for Neighborville, Samurai Warriors 5, and a collection of the modern Ninja Gaiden Sigma games, which I'm pretty excited for because Ninja Gaiden 2 is one of my favorite Xbox 360 games. A few more ports coming to the Switch include Apex Legends, the free-to-play cross-platform Battle Royale, which is dropping on March 9th and includes some special bonuses like 30 free levels in the Battle Pass and double XP. Lastly, we can expect a port of the Japanese iOS game World's End Club. Made by the same developers who made the Danganronpa series, this game is another mind-bending mystery that is sure to delight, and it'll be out on May 28th. Alright, I hope you're not bored of all the ports because we're finally getting into some more first-party Nintendo news. First up is a new update coming to Animal Crossing New Horizons. As a celebration for the 35th anniversary of everyone's favorite Italian plumber, they'll be adding a ton of Mario-themed items throughout the month of March in a free update that's coming on February 25th. And speaking of Mario, we're getting a brand new entry in the classic Mario Golf series. Mario Golf Super Rush is the first home console game since Toadstool Tour all the way back on the Nintendo GameCube. This game is teeing up to be something truly special. A full-fledged story mode, classic multiplayer, and some new modes including Speed Golf, which looks awesome. This game is sure to be a hell of a time with your friends, and I've been embarrassingly excited to get back out onto the golf course with Mario. Best part, it's coming out on June 25th, just in time for the summer. Next up from Nintendo is a port of the criminally underplayed Miitopia from the Nintendo 3DS. In this charming RPG, you'll take control of your Mii as you go out on a world-saving adventure starring you and your friends. It was a ton of fun back on the 3DS, and it looks like it'll be worth diving back into when it launches on May 21st. Alright, so before I move on to the Legend of Zelda news, I'd like to give spotlight to two awesome new games that they showed us during the Direct. First up, we got a brand new look at No More Heroes 3, the long-awaited sequel to the pair of cult classics from the Wii. This game looks like a ton of fun, and I can't wait to jump back into the franchise on August 27th. Next is a surprise that I did not see coming, Neon White. This game is basically Mirror's Edge meets Hearthstone. You'll be parkouring in first person and using a card-based combat system. It might sound a little weird, but the gameplay looks incredible, and I was honestly blown away by this unique gem tucked inside of the Direct. Okay, it's finally time for Zelda now. First things first, they announced that Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which is awesome by the way, is getting an expansion pass which will include new stages, characters, and challenges all making their way to the hack and slash adventure. Now, onto the mainline series. While Nintendo didn't show anything from Breath of the Wild 2, they did confirm that we will see the game again before the end of the year. I'm honestly kinda disappointed that we didn't get anything, but at least now we know it's coming soon. Also coming soon is an HD remaster of Skyward Sword, which has been optimized for the Switch, including the original motion controls being mapped to dual Joy-Cons. And speaking of Joy-Cons, they've announced a special pair of Zelda-themed Joy-Cons, and well, just take it all! Also included for the first time is the ability to play the entire game with button controls. They've mapped the sword to the right stick, which looks like it'll actually play pretty good in practice, and should hopefully breathe some new life into the game. I feel like a lot of people slept on Skyward Sword due to the motion controls and due to fatigue surrounding this style of Zelda game at the time. However, now that we've had a game as grand as Breath of the Wild, I'm sure that a return to that classic 3D styled Zelda gameplay will be a welcome one. Perhaps the best news of the entire Direct is that we won't have to wait too long to play another Zelda game, as Skyward Sword HD is coming out on July 16th. And lastly, in typical Nintendo fashion, they had one more thing to show us at the very end of the Direct. Splatoon 3 is making its way onto the Switch next year, and judging from the trailer, it looks like it's taking on a bit of a new direction. An almost post-apocalyptic looking setting, followed by what looks to be the new central hub of the game. It's been almost 4 years since the release of Splatoon 2, so it was only a matter of time, but I'm definitely hyped to dive back into the franchise. Alright, so that was everything Nintendo announced in today's Direct. I would love it if you guys could sound off in those comments what your favorite announcement was, or what you would have liked to see. Thank you again for watching the inaugural episode of my brand new series, The Drop, where I'll be going over all sorts of gaming news every single week. If you liked what you saw, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so that you always know when I upload a brand new video.